Ladies and gentlemen, let me ask you a question. What if you lived today as though nothing could ever stop you? Imagine waking up each morning with the certainty that no obstacle, no doubt, no fear could ever hold you back. Think about the energy, the drive, the sheer momentum you would carry into every decision, every conversation, every moment of your life. I'm not talking about waiting for the perfect opportunity or hoping things fall into place. I'm talking about taking action as if success is already yours, as if your vision is inevitable. Because here's the truth, how you show up in the world, how you hold yourself, and how you act under pressure defines the results you achieve far more than talent, luck, or circumstance ever could. The people who achieve extraordinary lives aren't waiting for conditions to be perfect. They create them. They step into challenges, not as obstacles, but as invitations. They refuse to be paralyzed by fear or uncertainty, and they push forward with relentless conviction. Today, I invite you to shed every doubt that whispers you're not enough, every hesitation that tells you to pause, and every fear that changes your potential. Stand tall, hold your head high, and act as if you are unstoppable, because the moment you do, the world has no choice but to move with you. The mindset of possibility is the foundation upon which every extraordinary life is built. It begins with a simple yet profound shift in how you perceive yourself and the world around you. Most people operate within invisible walls they've built over time, walls made of doubt, fear, and the limitations imposed by others' expectations. But those who achieve the remarkable don't see barriers, they see opportunities. They understand that circumstances are temporary, and what truly determines their path is the lens through which they view those circumstances. When you adopt a mindset of possibility, failure becomes feedback, challenges become stepping stones, and obstacles transform into invitations to grow. It's not about ignoring reality or pretending everything is easy. It's about refusing to let the weight of doubt dictate your direction. Every action you take, every decision you make becomes aligned with the belief that the outcome you desire is attainable. This mindset changes your entire approach to life. Instead of asking, why me, or can I really do this, you begin asking, what can I do to make this happen, and how can I rise to this challenge? That simple shift in questioning unlocks creativity, resourcefulness, and resilience. People with a mindset of possibility don't wait for permission, validation, or perfect conditions. They act. They understand that the world responds to energy, belief, and initiative. The energy of someone who believes in what is possible is magnetic. It draws opportunities, people, and solutions toward them. When you cultivate this mindset, you stop seeing limitations and start seeing potential. Every setback becomes a lesson, every criticism a chance to refine, and every failure a signal that you are stepping beyond your comfort zone. You begin to realize that the only real limits are the ones you accept in your mind. The most important step is choosing to believe that growth, success, and transformation are not just for others, they are for you. You start taking actions you would never have considered before, speaking words of confidence you might have withheld, and embracing risks that once felt too great. The mindset of possibility is contagious. It influences not only your life, but the people around you, creating a ripple effect of optimism, courage, and ambition that changes your environment. And the trajectory of your goals belief is the engine that powers action, and action is the bridge between dreams and reality. Without belief, effort becomes uncertain, inconsistent, and easily shaken by setbacks. When you truly believe that your goals are possible, your actions gain purpose, clarity, and unstoppable momentum. Belief is not simply wishful thinking. It is the deep conviction that you have the ability, the resources, and the determination to make things happen. It changes the way you approach every challenge, every opportunity, and every decision. People who act from belief don't wait for permission, for conditions to be perfect, or for someone else to approve their vision. They move forward because they know that progress begins with action, fueled by confidence. Belief gives you courage to step into situations that would paralyze others. It pushes you to speak up when silence feels safer, to take risks when the outcome is uncertain, and to persist when results are delayed. The remarkable thing about belief is that it transforms fear into motivation. When you act as if success is inevitable, obstacles lose their power to intimidate because you know they are temporary and surmountable. Your mind starts scanning for solutions rather than problems, and your energy begins to magnetize opportunities toward you. Every decision becomes purposeful. every step intentional, and every effort amplified by the certainty that what you are pursuing is achievable. Action without belief can feel like spinning wheels in mud, tiring and unproductive. But belief without action is just a dream. The magic happens when the two come together. When you believe in your capacity to succeed, it immediately translates that belief into consistent, bold, and persistent action. Belief drives you to outwork doubt, outlast setbacks, and outthink obstacles. It fuels consistency because you know the process matters more than instant results. When you embrace this principle, you begin to notice that your confidence is not fragile. It grows stronger with every step you take. Each small win reinforces your conviction. Each effort compounds your momentum, and each challenge becomes a proving ground for your determination. Acting from belief rewires the way you see yourself and your potential, reshaping your habits, your choices, and ultimately, your destiny. Resilience is the invisible force that separates those who achieve greatness from those who give up when life gets tough. Every person who has accomplished extraordinary things has faced setbacks, failures, and moments when the world seemed determined to hold them down. The difference is not that they avoided difficulties, but that they refused to be defeated by them. Resilience is the ability to stand firm when circumstances are harsh, to rise after every fall, and to keep moving forward even when the path ahead is unclear. It begins with a mindset that sees challenges not as threats, but as opportunities to grow stronger, wiser, and more capable. Life will test your patience, your determination, and your confidence, but resilience is what allows you to respond with courage rather than fear. It is built in the small moments, when you choose to keep going after a long day, when you persist in learning despite repeated mistakes, when you continue to believe in your vision even though the results are not immediate. People who are resilient understand that temporary setbacks do not define them. They are merely moments in a larger journey. Each obstacle carries a lesson, each failure a clue, and each challenge a chance to expand your abilities. Resilience also comes from the way you view yourself in the midst of difficulty. Instead of asking why this is happening to you, resilient people ask what this is teaching you and how you can use it to propel yourself forward. It requires emotional strength, mental clarity, and the discipline to maintain focus when distractions and discouragement appear. The remarkable part of resilience is that it is contagious. It inspires others around you, strengthens your relationships, and builds a reputation for reliability and courage. Even in the most trying times, resilient individuals maintain hope and purpose, refusing to let temporary discomfort dictate permanent outcomes. They act as anchors of determination, holding steady when everything else feels chaotic, and their persistence eventually shifts the odds in their favor. Resilience is not something you are born with. It is cultivated, practiced, and strengthened with every challenge you confront. The more you face adversity and refuse to be broken by it, the stronger your resolve becomes, the sharper your focus grows, and the more unstoppable you prove yourself to be. It is in the fire of difficulty that resilience is forged, shaping your character, deepening your wisdom, and ensuring that no matter what comes your way, you rise to meet it. Energy and presence are the invisible forces that shape every interaction, every decision, and ultimately every outcome in your life. The way you carry yourself, the intensity with which you engage the world, and the focus you bring to each moment has more impact than most people realize. People with unstoppable energy don't wait for circumstances to motivate them. They generate their own momentum from within. Their presence is felt not just because they speak louder or move faster, but because they show up fully, intentionally, and authentically. When you cultivate energy and presence, you influence not only your results, but also the people around you. Others are drawn to enthusiasm, conviction, and vitality, and your confidence becomes contagious. Being fully present allows you to respond to challenges with clarity instead of reacting out of fear or habit. It sharpens your perception, helping you see opportunities that others overlook, and it strengthens your influence because people instinctively trust and follow those who are fully engaged. Energy is a reflection of your mindset and physical state combined. When your mind is aligned with purpose and your body is fueled with focus, you radiate a force that inspires action. Presence is the practice of showing up with intention, paying attention to every detail, and committing completely to the moment at hand. Together, energy and presence create a magnetic effect, amplifying your effectiveness and the impact of every choice you make. Imagine walking into a room and having the ability to shift the energy in it simply by being there, to command respect without demanding it, and to inspire confidence without speaking a single word. That is the power of presence. It is not about being loud or dominating attention. It is about being fully alive, fully aware, and fully committed to the influence you can create. Those who master their energy and presence are unstoppable because they make things happen not just through their skills, but through the force of their engagement. They carry a momentum that propels them forward even in difficult circumstances, and they elevate everyone around them as they move. Cultivating this quality requires consistent attention, self-awareness, and the discipline to maintain focus and vitality in every situation. It demands that you take care of your physical, mental, and emotional state while also practicing the art of connecting deeply with the present moment. When you combine relentless energy with unwavering presence, you create a force that is impossible to ignore, a power that inspires action, and a presence that transforms ordinary moments into extraordinary results. Vision beyond limits is the ability to see possibilities where others see impossibilities, to imagine a future that surpasses current circumstances, and to pursue goals that feel audacious or even unreachable. It begins with refusing to let the boundaries of today define the potential of tomorrow. Most people limit themselves not because they lack talent or resources, but because their vision is confined by fear, doubt, or the opinions of others. Those who are unstoppable think differently. They look beyond what is visible. They dream bigger than their current situation, and they act as though the life they envision is inevitable. When you cultivate a vision beyond limits, you no longer settle for incremental progress or the status quo. You stretch, expand, and challenge yourself to rise above mediocrity. This vision becomes a compass, guiding every choice, every action, and every decision. It fuels persistence when obstacles arise because you are not merely reacting to today's problems, you are moving towards something far greater. Vision beyond limits also rewires the way you perceive failure. Setbacks are no longer signals that your dream is impossible. They are temporary detours on the path towards something extraordinary. Your imagination becomes a laboratory for solutions, strategies, and innovations, and the bigger your vision, the more resourceful and courageous you become. People with limitless vision inspire others because their belief in what is possible is tangible and contagious. They create momentum, not just through effort, but through the magnetic pull of the future they are committed to creating. Every challenge they encounter is measured against the horizon of their potential, and they refuse to allow small obstacles to derail the pursuit of something monumental. To develop a vision beyond limits requires clarity of purpose, unwavering faith in your abilities, and a willingness to step into uncertainty with courage. It requires asking questions like, what is possible if I refuse to accept limitations? And how far can I go if I refuse to stop? The more you cultivate this vision, the more your actions align with the extraordinary future you are shaping. You begin to live as though you are already on the path to your ultimate destiny, and that perspective changes everything. From the risks you are willing to take, to the relationships you build, to the standards you set for yourself, vision beyond limits transforms ordinary ambition into unstoppable drive, turning dreams that once felt distant into realities that can be reached with focus, persistence, and unwavering belief.